Hey guys, how's it going? Ben here, and welcome to my Corporeal Beast Solo guide for 2016. This is a contents page. You can click on any of these boxes to go to the corresponding place within the guide, or you can use the tabs at the top right of the screen, which will take you to the next part of the guide. So these here are the requirements. I'm going to say an absolute minimum of 80 in all like melee combat stats, which is attack, strength and defense. You're going to want at least 43 prayer and at least around about 90 herb. Just to get extremes, you can go with supers, but it's just going to be so much harder. Also, you're going to want to have completed Summer's End. So this is the general info about Corp. He is level 785, has 100k health, and his max hit is just a bit over 4k with Mage. His weakness is Spears, and the XP you're going to be getting is about 7.6k XP per kill in the combat style using, followed by another 2.5k HP XP. These are the three different gear setups I've got for this. All of them are in fact melee because, you know, you're going to be wanting to use a spear. But first off is full bandos with probably a Zami spear if you can't really afford anything better. With a warrior ring and, you know, the bandos gloves and boots of fury, and then just a skill cape or something like that. The second one is full tetsu or superior tetsu with a chaotic spear if you can, and the third one is full malevolent. I personally find power armor to be better, or at least malevolent to be better than tetsu. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like the kills are quicker, which means that I end up getting, you know, more consistently 2 or 3 per trip, whereas with tetsu I can find myself sometimes end up only having 1 kill per trip. Also steadfast boots, if you can afford them, are going to be well worthwhile. These are the 3 inventories you're going to want to be taking. For the low level one, if you've got extremes, do replace those there, but if not, you're just going to want a superset or your extremes and then 3 restores, followed by just food. You're just going to want food. I don't take Rocktail ever because it ends up costing twice as much and you don't overall make as much money. I also don't think it's necessary, but if you've got overloads, bring those as well as prayer renewals. They're going to be the best, and of course if you can use super overloads or anything like that, use those as well. Basically all this is showing is the best potions and stuff you can take them. Also, if you want, you can take dread nips. I personally don't bother with them, but a lot of people do take them, so if you are one of those, just remember to take them. Here I just wanted to list 3 abilities which are going to make this so much easier for you. The first one is a basic ability, Cleave, which attacks anything in front of you, so that means when the core's on you it'll attack that as well. And the other 2 are thresholds, which are Quake and Whirlwind. These are going to help with attacking multiple opponents, so that's going to help when the core jumps on you, which you're going to see in just a bit. These are necessary. I'd always say have one of these which isn't waiting to recharge, because if you get that core on you, it's going to be a nightmare if you don't have them. So here's a demo kill which I'm going to show you. I'm going to commentate over it when I feel like necessary, and this is because there's going to be certain things I do in this which I think you're going to want to just pay attention to. So this is me entering the cave. You can instance it if you want, but for the sake of this I didn't bother. But anyway, just go in, you know, if you've got turmoil, use it. If not, just pot up, pray mage. You must pray mage, otherwise you're going to get slapped so hard by Corp. So just stand here and start hitting him and just build up your adrenaline basically. Use your thresholds when you can, but remember to save one of them, either Whirlwind or Quake, for in case the core jumps on you. As you're going to see in a bit, it does to me, and it is just well worth having those available so that you don't get stuck in the situation where you've got to run away from the core and stuff, because that just makes it a complete nightmare. So the core can spawn at any point in the kill, and you're going to see what the core looks like. A lot of people say it spawns at 80k or less. It doesn't. I've had it before, like at about 95k health, so just expect it to be coming up at any point, which is why you're going to want to build up your adrenaline quickly. You can bring an adrenaline pot if you want, but I always like to bring the extra food, even though it is only 1 food. And as you can see here, I've completely destroyed this core just by using Quake and a threshold, which sort of just takes it out. Otherwise you've got to run about to avoid it, or you've got to kill it itself on its own, and that just slows down your kill time loads and actually uses up a lot of resources as well. Now this kill didn't go amazing for me, but it went alright. This is kind of an average kill. Normally I like to go 3 kills in a trip, but it does generally you know, lower down to 2 just because I don't want to risk it in the third trip. But here's the core again, and this is how I deal with it again. So I just use Quake and I use the thresholds and end up killing it. It doesn't always kill it. If not, just go and slap it once and it should die. But a lot of the time you'll find you'll kill it within just one of the thresholds being used, which is really nice as well. So now we're getting close to the end of the kill, and I do believe that the core starts spawning more often towards the end of the kill. I don't know any, like, this hasn't been confirmed as far as I'm aware, but I do reckon it does spawn a lot more. As you can see, I've just killed it and it spawns up again. So just do this. It's a very simple kill. It's just that core you want to look out for, and what the core does is it takes life from you and gives it to Corp, so you really don't want that thing to be stood on you. Anyway, that there was the demo kill. I also wanted to add on to this, do not stand under Corporeal Beast, and this is why. You're going to see me do it and I get stomped, and when you get stomped you can get hit for a lot of health. This is a thing which gets so many people killed. It's a bit weird, it doesn't always happen, but a lot of time it will do. If you get trapped underneath Corp, he will stomp you, and that's what I'm trying to just simulate here, trying to get him to stomp me, because he can hit 4Ks on you with that stomp, and that is just going to absolutely destroy you if it happens, and you know, you're on a bit less health, you're trying to risk it and save that adrenaline. So just be wary and do not stand under him if you can, you know, help yourself. Now for the big thing that people are going to be on about is the drops. These here are the unique drops from Corp and the most expensive ones. I wanted to add just the uniques, even though they weren't great, just for Iron Men and stuff like that. So first off is the sigils, which can be very good unless you get the spectral one, which is only worth about 800k at the time of this. The Holy Exila, which is, you know, unique, which goes for about 700k at the moment. There's a Spirit Shield, which is worth nothing. The Regen Bracelet's about 100k. Onyx Bolts are the big one, which are worth about 1.4 mil at the moment, and the Cannonballs, which are worth a mil. These are going to be building up your cash stack and, you know, your GP an hour at this place. So you're going to be wanting to look out for those, as well as the sigils, which are a drop rate of about 1 in 512 or so, something like that. I believe the Spectral Sigil has a better drop rate, but I'm not too sure on that. But anyway, those there are the drops. Finally, we come on to the cash and XP per hour that you're going to be wanting to make. Averagely, I make about 3 mil an hour here. Sometimes it can be lower than that. I've made 700k in an hour at Corp before. I've also made about 6 mil in an hour before. It's the most unstable thing. It's not very consistent at all. It completely comes down to the Onyx Bolt drops and stuff like that. But as for the XP, you're going to be getting around about 170k melee XP in the skill that you've got it in, as well as 60k HP XP per hour. This is based on a kill every about 2.5 minutes or so. This is also including banking and stuff like that, so hopefully that's as accurate as I can get it for you guys. And yeah, but if you're looking for something which is consistent in terms of money, I wouldn't say Corp, because there are so many times where you're going to be getting seed drops which are worth nothing, and you're just going to get burnt out with it. It's just not worth it. And that there about does it for this video. Hopefully it has helped you guys. I'm actually really tired at the time of recording this. I've just come back from a 7-hour shift at work, and I'm going for another 7-hour one in 2 hours. So it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I wanted to get this up as soon as possible. If anyone's got any more guide suggestions, please let me know down below. If there's anything I missed, let me know down below. Don't be funny about it. Just tell me and I'll try and add it in somehow. But yeah, anyway, thanks for all the support as always, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.